Hello, I'm making some round bags, some front carrier bags for Brompton. So I figure I will show you few steps of the whole process. I'm preparing the main parts. I already have done some work on side panels. I'll finish it off, glue it together, and then I will stitch it. I was in the middle of beveling the edges when I realized I could record it for the video, so we're kind of jumping in the middle of the process. I'm just gonna take this edge beveler size 0, because the way the bag is shaped, I don't want to take too much of the edge so it doesn't create like a big gap in here, but I like to take a little bit, just like the rough part off, so it looks more polished. So that's why I'm using just size 0, and you'll see it takes, I don't know if you can see it from the far, probably not, but it doesn't take almost anything away. It's just like the little tiny bit. One more thing I need to do before I apply glue, I need to mark where I'm going to be stitching, because on the back side of the bag I like to stitch a little higher than in front. I make these little tiny marks there, so that helps me orient when I'm stitching it, to know how far I should go. Right? I already done it for the black ones before. I just need to pair them. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like I'm going one stitch higher. So it's really like I'm adding just more work for myself, but I like to do these little touches. I think it helps to create, like, you know, on each product when you do 20 tiny little details, and it adds up. So now I'm gonna apply the glue on the side here. I'm using this water-based Italian glue. It's the best stuff you can get. It's really nice to work with. And I will do the same thing here. I have 3D printed this plastic last, which I'm going to, I have this little edge here, so I put the main leather piece in there, make sure that, you know, it goes over the edge about the same on each side. Now I have to choose the right one. Let's do this one. It's this one, and then I have to press it. I only have one attempt because the glue sticks instantly, so I have to be really precise. We'll see how it goes. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna make sure the leather is really against this little edge. Good. So now what I do, I only have one, like it's called, like, let's say installation last, and then I have a few other ones which I use for stitching. I'm gonna put a little weight on top so it holds nicely together, and then I will do the next one, because the reason why I'm putting the weight there is because the leather itself, you know, has a tendency to lay straight, so even when it's glued together, while the glue's drying, I like to put some pressure on it so it holds the shape. Okay, so the glue dried, and I'm gonna do some stitching. First, I need to attach this custom made by me table, which will help me to guide the product in the stitching table. Originally, I guess there was some sort of metal table supplied with the machine, but I'm not sure if the company from which I bought it from, they don't need it, because they were making small products, and the table is really only necessary when you make larger products. That was a problem for me. I just make my own. The mounting is not a smooth process, but I only need to do that every once in a while. Now the important thing is since the machine is so old, it doesn't have like a centralized oiling mechanism. So before each stitching, I need to apply oil in all different places so it runs smooth. Originally I thought, since I'm only gonna be stitching for a little bit, I don't need to apply oil everywhere. But when I found out, the stitch of the machine is not as nice when there is not oil everywhere. So since I already spent so much time prepping the leather pieces and cutting out the leather, and I don't want it to get ruined by not having nice stitch. The trick is, if I just oiled everything and if I would just start stitching, the oil is gonna be like splashing everywhere. So I'm just gonna run the machine for a little bit, cover myself with this cardboard box, you see those, to kind of catch some of the oil stains. Well, once I hit the pedal, it's gonna be a lot of noise. There we go. See, I got some oil splashes in here. I make these little sample stitching pieces of leather. Just kind of test everything, it's nice and smooth. So I'm gonna place it here. Now I'm just gonna check if the stitch is nice. I like what I see. Alright, so I have the bag here, ready for stitching. It's important always to press the product against the guide here. Alright, so let's go. Now I have to slowly turn it around. Now final stretch. Alright. This is the moment where I'm always most nervous, because now I'm gonna find out if I got it right. Yep, perfect. So happy. Well, the bad part is I'm only halfway through, so go. And I can already see something's going wrong here. I'm not sure why, but this thread right here, the bottom one, you see the stitches, the way you want the stitch to be, you want both threads up and down kind of hook in the middle of the material. And here it is just, you see the bottom one had more tension than the top one, than this one, and that's why the thread is not locked in the middle of the material. I'm not sure why it did that. I noticed when I was stitching that the thread was a little bit loose here. I'm not sure how that happened. See, first 3 stitches were okay, and then it started. That's one thing with this old machine, it's kind of giving me some trouble. Well, I will have to try it again. Well, I couldn't really figure out why it happened, so I'm just gonna try the second one and see how it goes. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Still need the bottom one. I'll just try to adjust the bottom tension a little bit. I will go for the second side, and the other side. Alright, now let's see. Yeah, that's better. I like it. The finish is good. So I got 1 out of 2, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all this bed stitching out, use the holes which are already made there by the machine, and stitch it by hand, so it's not lost. Alright, so now I have to change the thread. from the black one to the honey. Insert it here. Okay, so I have about 5 minutes of footage left, so I will show you how I finish the stitching. I will cut the ends of the thread a little bit, then I will light it with leather and kind of attempt to create little pointy end. I have this 3D printed tool which I made, and I'm going to do 2 stitches back to lock everything nicely tight in place. So what I do, I run the needle through the hole, run the thread through the needle, and then just pull it through. I will do the other side as well. Sometimes I'm able to hit the hole right back, and sometimes it just takes a little bit. Sometimes it just doesn't go as I would like. There we go. So I'm gonna take the other thread and pull it to the other side. Now I'm going to tighten it. I don't want to tighten it too much because I don't want to break the thread, even though it's strong. Probably wouldn't break it, but you know. Other side, usually from the outside it goes much easier than from the other side up. There we go, that was nice and smooth. There we go. I'm gonna tighten it up. Cut the thread about, I don't know, 2-3 millimeters short. Hit it with the lighter. Kind of press it in. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Now that's not going anywhere. I'm gonna repeat it in all 4 sides, and bag will be ready to final assembly.